Hey, hi everyone, it's Paul from Denbee Honey. Yeah, it's Friday today. We're going to do some inspections before the rain comes. We had yesterday, what are we now? Let me have a look. I think we're on there. What are we now? Let's have a look. Yeah, we're on the 13th of June. Yesterday, 12th of June. Wow, we had some pretty good thunderstorms here yesterday, so I'm a bit concerned for the weekend. It's not looking the best, although it does keep changing. So I thought I got home from work today and we'll go through the hives, do a bit of inspection. I went through my double brood. I went through it the other day, not too long ago, because that's the only one that I've not had any swarms. They've not tried to swarm at all, and I'm quite attached to her now. So I want to try and keep her and get some, probably get some queen bees out of her or something. See how you do that. I'm not sure how we're going to do that yet, but I'd like to. Actually, I did take some frames of brood out there and I've left them in a nuke. So I just left them to do whatever they want to do. So we'll see what they're like. I have heard through the grapevine that Buckfast, the next generation of Buckfast bees, the queens that produce can be a bit spicy, but we'll see. You know, I'm a great believer of don't listen to everything, don't believe everything you hear, and see what happens when you actually try that, when you're in that situation and you're doing it for yourself. Then make your judgment. There's no point judging on what everybody else says until you know yourself. So always, you know, test against it, you know, ask that question, oh, why is that then? And then find out for yourself. That's what I've been doing with this journey on our bee channel. But yeah, I'm quite in a good mood today, actually. The honey's all off, and we had a mega honey crop, spring crop. That's all off, and now we're just waiting for the summer to kick in now. But they say you get a dearth in June where there's no flowers. You got that kind of switch between spring and summer flowers, and why they grow, starting to develop and grow in between in June. You don't get a lot of food and nectar and stuff like that. But like I say, what's happening in the world at the minute and the way the weather's going and everything, well, I'm predicting that we won't get a dearth here where we are anyway. I think they'll keep packing in the honey now. The blackberries are already out. So yes, I'm going to go in the hives. I'll try and do a bit of video, and I've forgot my stand, but I'm going to put my suit on, my hood up, and then we'll go walk around and I'll do a bit of video. I don't take any chances anymore, because when you think you're a bit clever and you go in there with no suit on, they always let you know who's in charge, and they're in charge of me, not the other way around. Get on then, let's go and see what we got today. Got my little toolbox, Simon the beekeeper. Somebody on my page was giving that a bit of a hammering the other day, saying you buy them and you leave them in your garage. I don't believe that. I use it all the time. Here we go, look. Let's have a look what's going on. I'll go around the front for a start. You can hear them, so buzzing. Oh, beautiful. I love it, I get a buzz. I know, I do get a buzz. Here we go then. We're going to have a look at this one on the end first. This is got a 2025 Buckfast queen in. So that's a blue colour. I put her in about 6 weeks ago. She's laying like a good one. What hive number's that? Number 1. I've got to take some notes today. I put the supers back on, and last time I looked, they were putting honey in them. So, or nectar, depends what you want to call it. The professionals would call it nectar, won't they? It's not honey until they've got it below 20% and capped it. All right, and let's go and have a look and see what's going on. I'll try and, like I said, I try and do a bit, but when I get in the zone, I tend to forget to do any recording, because it's quite important that you do them well and do a good inspection on them. Catch you in a minute. I've just found a right good cool feature on my iPhone. You can set it to record and not record with the side buttons. Look, here's my old, well, I won't say it's new, it's my new copper smoker, look. It's looking a bit worse for wear now. They don't stay nice for very long, do they? It's good though. When I'm doing a lot of inspection, and like today, I know I've got 3 or 4 hours of doing inspections. I'll fill her right up with wood pellets, game changer by the way, and we just start going through them all. Beautiful. I'll tell you as well, just before I go in the hive, this is a game changer. People who are around my age will remember these, the old Black & Decker Workmate. I don't know if you can still buy them, probably can't. I mean, it's, what is it? I bet that's about 35 years old, and I use it loads. And I tell you what, I've got it up here in the apiaries now. It's perfect for when you take the supers off, you put them on, and look, we've even got metal shelf, look, at the bottom. Put me smoker on, so it's all safe. Brilliant bit of kit. So if anyone's got an old one of these that they don't want, I'll have it off you, no problem. Hey up, how are we all? The bees are absolutely psycho with me at the moment, all of them, not just one hive, all of them. So we've been through them all and sorted them all out. Every one of these at the Grove apiary, you can see them behind me, look. I can't see you go, the sun. Every one of them, I'll turn the camera on. Right, every one of these I've been through requires a super. More supers, they've all got 3 on, but they're all filling them. So I will, you know, me worrying about them being hungry or starving in the June, I've got no problem at all. They're filling them supers. So what I'm going to do, after I've done all the inspections, I'll go back down home and I'll get a load more supers and drop them on. But they've all got queens in. These, which was it? Them 2 there, these 2. They've made their own queen, and I found them. Well, I found what they've both got eggs in. And laying lovely. I found one of the queens and marked her as well. I had to mark her with a pink pen, because I ain't got any other colours at the moment, but I like pink anyway. It's easy to spot in the hive. What we're going to do now, let these calm down a bit, and we'll go down and, well, we're going to have a drink of water first because it's really hot today. And we'll go down to the bluebell apiary then, and we're going to have a look through them. Not so many to look through there because there's another couple making their own queens. I don't know what's making them grumpy today, but maybe it's the weather the last few days, or they know that something's coming, a storm's coming, but they're evil. Righto, we're at the bluebell apiary now. It's a bit quieter down here. Well, it is at the minute, not been in the hives yet. See this one here? That one's my double brood. That's not swarmed all season yet, she's my favourite queen at the minute. That one there, that were a weird one. I put a nuke into it. I think they drew about another 2 frames out. Then she decided that they wanted to, well, they decided that they weren't happy and they wanted to swarm. So you know what I did? I had so I thought, well, what am I going to do? I'm running out of hives and all that. But you see this nuke here, that nuke there, the one at the bottom, this one, that had a few frames of brooding and some bees in, but no queen. You know what I did? I was waiting for them to make queen. You know, I thought, you know what, I'm going to just try this. So I got the queen out of that, and I just literally took her over and dropped her in the hive. I thought they'll either kill her or accept her. And I went back about 3 days later, and she was walking around as if, you know, nothing had happened. So they've accepted her. So what we got then, that one, I'm going to have a look in. Well, no, I'm going to leave that one because they're making a new queen. This one, they've made a queen, and she was laying a little bit last week. So I'll check again to see if, you know, that's continuing laying and brood and all that in the brood box. Because there's a few supers on there with, I think that's a brood and a half. Yeah, it is a brood and a half. But we'll have a quick look in there. That N1 there, they're making their own queen. We'll have a look in here. What I'm going to do, I might take some frames out of that one, if they've got brood on them, and put them in there to help them build that colony up a bit. Because if I'm not careful, they'll run out of room. And at the moment, I've not got any more hives to put that in. And this one, that's making a new, they're making a new queen as well. So I'll just check their super, see what's going on. That's pretty good though so far. Let's crack on. This one wasn't too bad actually. It's quite quiet. We've been through them. And what they say, rule of thumb is only ever go in the hives if you've got a reason to. So the double brood, I only went into that about 3 days ago, so there's no need for me to go back into that. I don't want to interrupt what they're doing. Some people say it can cause them to swarm, but I keep going fiddling with them too much. So I've been through the rest, all looking good. all the queens so far, they've made all their own queens and they've been mated and they're laying quite well. I've just got, I think I've got three left to see if they're laying queens. See if they hatched and got mated and they started laying, which is quite a relief really, because when you think about probably 5-6 weeks ago I had probably 6 or 7 with no queens in. They're making their own queens, and it's the first time I've ever done that, so it's a bit worrying, because you know, if that didn't work out, what are you going to do for queens and stuff? I know I kept the originals, but I'm just thinking of numbers. With beekeeping, a lot of it's about numbers games. You know, you need numbers of bees. But I'll tell you what has surprised me, how they're filling the supers. I know I've said it a minute ago about, I thought they were going to starve and stuff. Well, there's no chance of that. These are bringing in plenty of nectar. That field behind there, that's potatoes. And they're all in flower, but apparently bees don't do potatoes. It's the, what do you call it? Bumblebee and buzzbees they call them. They pollinate them. Honeybees don't tend to bother too much with them. So they're pulling it in from somewhere. But look, if you look, all the blackberries are coming in now into flower. Can you see them there, look? So maybe they're bringing that in. Right, onto the field apiary. And then what I'm going to do then, once I've done them, I'm going to go back round home with the trailer, and I'll need about another 8 supers to put on the hives. They're filling them already, so I think we're going to have a good summer as well, but we'll see. Never count your chickens until they're hatched. Oh, here we go then. I've just been through all of these, and it's really quite peaceful because these are all just new hives started off. Not a lot going on in them. They're doing really well actually. That one's the one of my new queens. It's Carnolian. She's in there, doing really well. I put a couple of wet supers on to help them out, and they seem to like them. That one's Buckfast. That's Abby, she used to live up the wood, now she's down here. She's doing quite well. I'm going to put a super on her as well. That one is some brood that I took off with some brood in all stages, and I left one queen cell. It's actually hopefully one of the daughters from the double brood up the wood. I just had a quick look in there. They're quite calm, and they're polishing out some of the cells in the frames, but I couldn't find the queen, so I'll leave them another couple of weeks I think now before going them again. And this one is a Buckfast, and it's my Langstroth hive, which you know what, I quite like them. You know, the frames are a lot longer, and I don't know, I'll reserve judgment on them for a bit, but I think I might get another one just to see, another one with 3 supers on the same. I quite like them, you know. The good thing is my new extractor, my Tektron UK extractor, that pretty much takes any frame, so I'm not going to worry about different size frames and all that. But yeah, I quite like that. I'll tell you what I've got to do as well. I've got some scaffold jacks. I've got to put them in the middle there. It's just started to bow with the weight a little bit. Okay, we'll go back down home. That's it then. Just got back. Oh. Tell you what, it's hard work, this beekeeping. Like, I don't know how these people. I mean, I've not got loads of hives, and I've been on it for about 4 hours now today, moving stuff about, and that's on my doorstep. So when you've got to go out these out apiaries and all that, you've got to make sure you take all your stuff with you and all that. But we've got it done. I've been through them all. No dramas really at all, which I'm quite glad about. All the queens are doing all right. I think all the queens that you know that they've made themselves are doing all right as well so far. I've put a few supers back on at the end of at the end of this shift. A few wet supers because they're filling the others. Yeah, so we're all right. Everything's looking good. So that's it for today. If you like what you've seen, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. It's completely free, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.